Junior Cycle Higher Level 2014 Sample Paper 1, Question 6. This is a reasonably straightforward question. There's a slightly longer way of doing it and a slightly shorter way of doing it. I'll mention both. So we have a rectangle and a square, and the key thing they say is the area of the two shapes is the same. And they tell you the rectangle has two measurements, the length and the width, and one is 6 minus root 11 and the other is 6 plus root 11. They don't tell us anything about the width of the square. So they ask you to work out the area of the rectangle, and this is reasonably straightforward. The key thing is you need to remember off by heart is the fact that area of a rectangle is length by width. So in this instance what we're talking about is being able to multiply together the two lengths. Now if you go through the process of multiplying out the brackets, expanding the brackets, one of the key things you should really sort of notice is that it's a difference of two squares. Difference of two squares, very quickly, is the idea that you have the difference of two squares is equal to a minus b, a plus b. And you can see that we've got that here. We've got 6 plus root 11 and we've got 6 minus root 11. So if you were to do your a squared plus a squared minus b squared, we're talking about having 6 squared, take away square root of 11 squared, that is 36, take away 11, which is 25. Not being flippant, but the quicker way would have been just to tap it out in your calculator and press equals, and you would have got 25 that way. And I'm not sure that they would mark you down because you didn't show all your workings. The key thing you should have made sure you showed is that you were intending to multiply the two sides together. As long as you show that plus the answer, they can't mark you down. Now the answer itself of 25 should need to be clearly obvious that it's a square number. So it's unsurprising that 25 is the area of both the rectangle and the square, because it tells you they both have the same area. So therefore we've got a situation where one length is going to be the square root of 25, which is 5. And if you think about it, 5 times 5, 5 squared is 25. So it gives you the area of the square, so it works. Don't forget that you've got a situation where you've been given your measurements in centimetres, so you should actually give your units for both the area, which is in centimetres squared, and the length, which is in centimetres. Note that due to the format of the question and the way it's laid out, it seems that they do not require you to show any workings for this length of one side of the square. It's pretty obvious. You're expected just to know it's a square root of 25 and the answer's 5. Write it down.